My name is Dakota Gilly, and today I'm going to be making an open omelet. First, you just want to get everything prepared, and most of it already is, except for the green peppers. So this is kind of how you want it to look in the end. So for this, we're going to put it up to 350 degrees. And you can start with the mushrooms first. Usually when I cook a lot of comfort foods. My family, we do a lot of breakfast foods like this. So whenever I'm missing home, I'll go out and try to find things that remind me of home. I like to put cheese in my eggs. Mix it all together so that way it melts together. Now the trick behind this is to get the eggs in when the meat is just starting to get done. The eggs don't take that long to cook, and then everything finishes at the same time. Like another minute or two and we should be done. Yep. There it is, guys. Cooking is an artistic expression that brings people together better than anything else that I know of. There has to be one guy on every floor to cook to bring the floor together, in my opinion. Not to mention, your day-to-day life is going to change dramatically in college. So if you don't have a backup to your meal plan, you might go to bed hungry. Very good.
Hi, welcome to Heck Kitchen. Today we're doing a very special episode because we got cameras in here and it's like, look at all these people. Also, we have a live studio audience. So today we're making rice and beans, gallo pinto.
Hello, my name is Kaylee Anderson, and today I am cooking gallo pinto, which is a Costa Rican dish that I learned how to make when I was there, when I was like 15. So Heck Kitchen is this horrible, wonderful thing that I do that is basically a cooking show, but it's also a couple other things. But really, it's just a little thing I do on Instagram just to show people what I'm doing during the day sometimes.
Step one is to make some rice. I hope you know how to make that. I'm not gonna explain it. And then you put it in a bowl. Okay. The next step, you guys, you gotta put the rice in the pan. The next step is called cooking the rice. So you gotta do it on like medium heat, and then you dump the rice in, and then you just gotta, stir it around.
The next step is called Lozano sauce. You can't, get out of here, Kelly. You can't buy it in the US, so you have to get it off Amazon. It's not that sketchy of an exchange, but you just gotta, dump it all in there. It looks really gross, but it's what makes it taste good. And then you stir it, Lozano sauce is like ketchup in Costa Rica. Like, sometimes they don't even have ketchup, they just have Lozano sauce. It's not really spicy, it's very tangy, I guess. The next step is my favorite step. It's bean time, fricks. So that's a lot of beans. You don't have to put that much, but look at all the beans. One of the last steps is making it kind of a spicy boy. So we got some cumin and garlic powder. You take it and you're sprinkle a little bit.
And then I like to take it and I put it in a bowl like this. And you just kind of, for whoever you're serving. And it doesn't look all that appetizing, so you gotta dress it up a little with cilantro. And then you eat it, because that's what you made it for.
I think that if you have a means to cook in the dorms, that you should, because I think not only is it fun, but it's nice to be able to make stuff and have it left over in your fridge. So if you do miss, dining hours, or if you run out of meals for the week or something, or you're just like I know on the weekends and stuff, when the Joust and things aren't open, it's good to have other options that also are they're not that expensive, because you don't have to go out and buy like a full meal somewhere.
My name is Holly Black, and today I am making sushi. So first, when you're making sushi, you gotta make the rice because that is what takes the longest. And so I just use some basic jasmine rice. I add a mixture of rice vinegar, which that is 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 tablespoon of salt. I put that in a separate bowl, mix those together, put them in the microwave for about a minute, and then when I'm done, I pour that mixture over my sushi rice and stir that up, and then I let it sit in the refrigerator for about an hour so it cools down, so it's a little bit easier to work with. So I like to have cucumbers, avocado, imitation crab, and I have a bunch of seaweed that I got. Since I'm using the snack size, I like to lay out 3. You want to take your rice and then just start putting it on your seaweed there. I do the rice first so that way it's sort of one solid piece before I flip it around and add the inside ingredients. All right, so now once I have my rice all laid out, I'm going to get some plastic wrap. I'm just gonna flip that. And I have my nice little pieces of seaweed here. And so this is where I will take my cucumber and then lay out my delicious seaweed snackers imitation crab. And then lastly, I have the avocado I sliced up. And then the hardest part of the whole process is the actual roll. You just fold it over, make sure you get all the ingredients inside, and sometimes if you have too much, you'll have to do another layer. There are 2 different methods for topping it. You can either cut it after you have put like drizzled everything on it, or before, but I like to do before because I just feel that it looks prettier if you do it then. But generally from a cut this size, you can get 6 little rolls. All right, now that we have our lovely sushi rolls, now we're going to come up with our topping. And so I like to put some spicy mayonnaise on. I'll just do 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of sriracha, and then lastly, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. So now that I have it, the only problem of putting it directly into the bag is that then you have an interesting process of mixing it, and it does not look that appetizing. But that's okay because it tastes amazing, and once you put it on your sushi, it's gonna look great. Do a nice light drizzle all over the sushi. The last and final step is to add some crunchy chow mein noodles, which are delicious and add a very good texture to it, and I like to break them a little bit in my hand so that they don't overtake the sushi roll because they're pretty big. And there you go. Voila. Sushi roll in a dorm room. I think cooking is sort of says a lot about how you feel about your own body, because my brother and my sister and my mother all have MS, and we've noticed that since they've gone on the MS diet, their symptoms have been reduced and they felt so much better. And so to me, cooking means cooking well and cooking good food means deciding to like put myself first and actually care about my body so that I can do what I was meant to do. Yeah, so if you are cooking in your dorm room, I say more power to you. It is a super fun experience, and don't just get discouraged if it doesn't turn out exactly the way you want, because you had this awesome experience and you're learning, and that's what counts.
Employ the KISS method. Keep your ingredients in your food stupid simple. Keep your cooking stupid simple.
If you mess up, try again. That's what they say. And yes, try again. Don't leave the stove on. Do not use an open flame. Do not use a toaster. All of those are against the rules, and you might set your dorm on fire. And we all know that is a pretty hefty fine, and none of us want to deal with it. Thank you.